Hello, everyone, and welcome to Week 6 of PSEL action. This week, the 5-0 Biglerville A team takes on the 4-1 Reach Cyber Rockets team. These two ran into each other a bunch of times last season, and Reach actually got the upper hand on Biglerville in two of the series. I don't know if they played 3 or 4 series, but I know that Biglerville definitely was down 2-1 at one point. And so Biglerville strikes first, 12 seconds here into the game, as they are definitely looking to extract some revenge for some poor performances against this team from last season. Slightly different look, though, this season for Biglerville, as Vixno now takes the field, subbing in for Gorilla, who currently is playing tennis this season. So we're going to see Vixno subbing for him a lot this season. But Gorilla will be back in action for a few of our tournaments this year, so keep an eye out for him as well. Now Biglerville pushing the pressure, trying to keep the ball in the offensive zone. Oh, that's going to get cleared by Reach Cyber. Vixno's there to chase it down. He's got some time in the back wall. They're giving him space. Takes a good touch off the back wall, but it's met there off the sidewall by Archangel. Bunch to Blah. Blah with another touch off the side. No, just sails by. As Reach looked at counterattack, but Vixno with a great challenge, and Biglerville is going to find themselves on top by 2. Bit of a double commit there from the Reach Cyber Rockets, but well read by Vixno as he is able to beat both of them and put that one straight in the back of the net. Bunch takes his face off. Vixno's cheating. He puts it in the lower left-hand corner, and the defender is not going to be able to get there in time. Just a good face-off there from Bunch. Wins it. Looks like all of the Reach players. Well, no, I'm sorry. It wasn't all of them. He was in the corner. 3D issues. I was about to say all 3 looked like they were pushed up, but no, it was just kind of an illusion. The one was hiding behind the other 2 as he was back in the corner. He was in the right position, but well-placed shot from Vixno, putting that to a position where he just was not able to catch up to it. Anywhere else in the net, that would have been perhaps an easy save. Good, smart Rocket League coming out here early from this Biglerville team. As there's a pass center to Bunch of the Hunch, but that shot's going to sail wide. Archangel tried to get control, take it out the corner. Met there by Vixno. Vixno with another challenge. This ball's dangerously in front of the Reach net. Big save coming out there, but Vixno puts this one in the lower right-hand corner. Biglerville striking hot and striking often here early in game number 1. Let's see, that is the hat trick for Vixno. Oh, and this is an unfortunate result off the face-off as Blood wins the face-off, gets the ball kind of dripping on net there. Archangel just not able to get there in time. Maybe able to get there in time, but doesn't get the angle he needs to clear it from the net. It is a tough one, to be fair, and Biglerville recipient of that mistake. Now up 5-0, and we are only a minute and a half into the game. Bunch with a pass ahead. That one's going to get intercepted by It's Banana Cat. Vixno with a great centering touch. Blood tries to get there, but well defended by the Reach team. Now Biglerville trying to keep the pressure on, trying not to let the ball go to their half of the field. It's kind of hovering over midfield right now. Reach is going to be able to dump it into the corner, but Biglerville with a lot of harassment, good bumps, just getting in the way, make it really, really difficult for the Reach Cyber team to set up their offense. Blah up, looking for a double tap off the backboard. Ends up being the great centering pass, but that's going to get cleared away by Angel. He is demoed for his efforts, though, taking one for the team there. As Reach now trying to get only their 3rd shot of the game. As right now, shots are in Biglerville's favor. Looked like that was 9-2. Definitely controlling the pace, controlling the ball. This is Biglerville's style of play. They like to just, again, keep that pressure on, wear you down, boost starve you, keep you just a little bit out of sorts, real well disciplined defenses. Oh, there's a flip reset. Get those indicator now from the new season. Trying to capitalize on it, though, as he rotates out. Now Blah up with a shot from the centering pass from Bunch of the Hunch, and that one's going to go in. Beautiful little touch. It's a nice pass here from Bunch. Blah just comes in with the gentlest of touches and manages to sneak that one in the upper left-hand corner. Oh, colors are wrong. Thank you for that. Just saw that chat. Apologies. We'll get those switched for here. Done. Yep. Biglerville rocking the blue colors this game, not the orange. This is a best-of-5 series. This is still Game 1. Biglerville obviously looking to have Game 1 well in hand. Reach would have to mount a heroic comeback to be able to turn the tides for this game. You think at this point in the game, you're looking for something to build a little momentum, looking for something to, take in the game number 2. As they look to clear the zone, but met there midfield by Blah. Now Vixno trying to take his time with a flick, but just goes a little too high as that hits the crossbar and goes out. Good touch of the corner by Bunch. Buys his teammates a little bit of time to get back in position defensively. Now a centering pass to Blah. That shot's going to sail wide, however. Vixno's there to keep it in. Takes a good 50. That centered Bunch is trying to crash on it, but beat by the defenders to the ball. Now Blah off the sidewall. Gets one. Loses control, however. Kind of goes there and tries to get back to it, but not to be, as Reach manages to clear the ball. Now Reach with a great shot on goal, but Bunch with a great save off the back wall to keep the score set at 0. Now Biglerville with a blocker up in front. That one's going to get batted away by the defense. Now a shot on goal. 2 defenders go up. They manage to get the save, but the follow there from Medium Moo, not to be confused with Large Cow, puts the Reach Rockets on the field, or on the scoreboard, with just 8 seconds to go, and that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. That's the kind of momentum swing that they might need to give them something to look forward to here in game number 2 and build off of. Now with 8 seconds to go, just a formality here as game number 1's going to close out. Is Biglerville going to try to put one on the board for the road? No, that one just goes down and puts game number 1 in the books with a final score of 6-1 Biglerville. We'll be right back with game number 2. Do not go anywhere. And we are back for game number 2. Game number 1 saw 2 hat tricks coming out by 2 of the Biglerville players. And I believe that was Blah and Vixno, each with a hat. Bunch managed to get 4 assists in that game. The only player on the Biglerville team with any assists, meaning there were a couple of those goals just done solo. But good contribution from all members of the team. Bunch going to take this one to the corner. Gets met there by a Reach player. Reach now looking to try to keep a little bit of offensive pressure of their own, but that one gets by the midfield defender. Arch is going to dump it back into the zone, but kind of yields control here. Biglerville now be able to reset, look to launch their counterattack offense. This one's going to get cleared by Banana Cat. Now Medium Moo goes up, loses the 50. Go in front of the net. Banana with a tip. Goes to the sidewall. Ooh, double commit there from the Reach team. Vixno's going to gather it. Gets a flip reset off the sidewall. Musty, or as some might call it, now a Mercury, for anybody who is not familiar with the player Mercury, who is currently climbing the leaderboard in the goals. Just recently passed Musty in the last month or 2. Vixno takes that pass and puts it in the goal. Just a beautiful, nice aerial control from Blood, leaves it there for the crashing Vixno from behind, and Biglerville strikes first here in game number 2. Took him a little bit more than a minute to get that first goal this game, so whatever changes Reach Cyber's done, it's definitely slowed down the onslaught from this Biglerville team, but Biglerville is not to be outdone as they still are able to put it in the back of the net. Now Reach trying to equal things up. Centering tap there, blocked away by Blah. Medium move. Oh, looks to take it off the wall, but ends up kind of being a back pass. Read by Bunch off the hood of the car. Put right on the corner of the net, but cleared away by the defender. Bunch looking to get out. He's kind of overstayed his welcome, but his teammates double commit. He now needs to buy some time. Notice he doesn't crash on that for that challenge. He backs off, tries the shadow defense, give his teammates a little more time to get back into position. That's a crucial thing that a lot of the new players I've seen struggle with, is figuring out when to make that challenge and when to switch to a shadow defense. As Archangel manages to put this one in the net over the unsuspecting defense. That one just boomed over Vixno's head. Blow's not able to catch up to it. We have a tie game here, folks. 2 minutes, 45 seconds remaining, so we're just shy of the halfway mark. Let's see if Biglerville's going to be able to respond. As Bunch gets a nice pop, but goes to the upper right-hand corner. That's going to find its way in, and Biglerville answers right back. Takes them all of 8 seconds to take the lead right back. That is a little bit demoralizing when that happens to you. You work so hard, you finally get that goal, and then only to have it basically canceled right off the ensuing kickoff. It's one reason why I definitely like to stress the teams, focus on your face-offs. Get your face-off solid. You can get so many goals off of face-off with various strategies, but more importantly, make sure you're not giving up any face-off goals due to weaknesses in your strategy. If you guys are not all on the same page, you don't have disciplined rotations off of that face-off, you can end up giving up these easy goals. And as a coach, trust me, nothing is more irritating to see a goal that is easily prevented from happening. Not saying that's what happened to Reach there. That was definitely a good play by Biglerville. And speaking of a good play by Biglerville, what a pass from Vixno to Bunch of the Hunch, crashing on the right-hand side. Just manages to squeak that one past the defender. And Biglerville now find themselves on top 3-1. Bunch takes this face off, wins it, looking for a quick goal, but met there by its Banana Cat. Archangel, low boost, going to leave that one. Blood takes control of it into his own corner. Ooh, a little bit of double commit there by Vixno and Blood, but Bunch stays home and manages to clear the ball to the corner. Both Biglerville players manage to get back into position. Now Archangel again looking to try to push the zone. Vixno intercepts, tries to back pass the Bunch, but that's dangerous. That ends up in the shot. Vixno almost with a shot of it on his own net, but really just trying to tip it somewhere where it wasn't going to be so easy for the Reach team to put that one in the net. Going to get cleared all the way back as Reach will now look to reset their offense. Goes for a bit of a ground pinch here, but it's intercepted. Grabs that side boost, trying to put pressure. Cleared away by Bunch of the Hunch. Vixno goes up, or Blah, I'm sorry, that was Blah. Puts a great shot on net, but that one's going to get cleared away. And Reach, again, looking to counterattack. Vixno's going to knock this one to the sidewall, take it himself, goes up with an air dribble. He's got 2 teammates up ahead. Like to see one of them sitting a little further back for defense in case something goes wrong, but nothing goes wrong on that play for Biglerville as they manage to put another goal on the board. 3-goal lead now with under a minute to play. Definitely got to be feeling in a more comfortable position if you're this Biglerville team with that short amount of time on the clock. Speaking of Mercury, I see him there in the chat. Everybody give Mercury a little shout. A big Biglerville fan and big goal leader. One day going to be tops those leaderboards. He keeps with it. Now looking for the centering touch, but at a boost. Ends up leaving it. Bunch takes it over. Vixno's there on the other side, but that gets tipped away from him as Reach now is going to launch their counterattack. But that's intercepted at midfield. Trying to look for a centering pass, loses control. Moo tries to get it centered, but Bunch gets control, puts this one a little high. It's going to go to the corner. He's going to leave it for his teammates and just get out of there. Now Blah taking midfield to Vixno. Vixno's going to tip it deep into the Reach's zone. Reach not able to gather control. And this one, as soon as it hits the ground, will take us to the end of game number 2. Biglerville is going to go up 2-0 on game point. We will be right back with game number 3 after a quick lobby rebuild. So hold on one second, and we'll be right back. All right, we got our lobby back up as the players are just readying up. As soon as they're all set to go, we will be underway with game number 3. And there's that last check mark we were looking for as we're taken to the pitch. Looks like this face-off is going to be between Vixno and Angel. Vixno wins this one, goes to the corner. Blah is crashing on it, but gets beat there by the defender. Oh, a little bit of a double commit and some friendly team bumping coming from Biglerville, but they manage to recover well. Blood's going to take this one, flips it on. Now Art Angle intercepts that midfield, dumps that one in. There's a shot opportunity, but that one's going to sail just wide. Now Bunch clears the zone for Biglerville, passes it to Blah. Blah with a centering shot opportunity, but that one's going to get cleared aside by the defense. Vixno keeps it in the zone for Biglerville. Centering shot. That one's going to get tipped high, but it's still dangerously in front of the net. Nobody's crashing from Biglerville, though, as they just give him a little bit of time. And now Blah tries to center it. Going to get cleared away by Moo. Arch with the centering touch. Look at that pancake off the back wall. Comes up, pops off a little bit, but had a teammate following. Defended well by Biglerville. And Blah with an amazing touch off the sidewall. That's borderline a psycho. Look at this. Comes off the wall, gets underneath it, and just redirects it onto net. Wow, what an impressive touch. Biglerville on top in style. Now Blah looking to capitalize off that goal. Dumps it in the zone. Vixno's there. Tips it softly on net. Angel's going to be able to clear that one. Bunch is waiting for it, though. He gathers it. Takes to the air. Not quite gets the first touch he won. Oh, Blood tried to take it from him, but ends up bumping instead. And Biglerville's going to have to reset now on defense. Big demo coming out from there from Vixno. Oh, all three Biglerville players in the same half. They're going to be spread out. Vixno does try to get mid here. Has to lay back as both Blah and Bunch pressed deep into the zone. Wisely stays at back and manages to keep that ball from going in the net. Now Biglerville all back, probably all with boost, can now set up their offense. There's a centering pass to Blah. Blah takes it up and underneath one, tries to get it past another, but this is going to get tipped back. Is Fix not going to be able to get there in time? No, he gets a touch, but no momentum on it as that one just floats into the goal. Reach Cyber tie this one up off of a beautiful pass from Arch Angle. And good redirect there from Medium Moo. Blood taking this face off for Biglerville against Medium Moo. Bunch gathers was on the sidewall. Ooh, does not quite to get the touch he wants. Vixno's up for it, though. Gets a 50 off of 2 of the Reach Cyber players. Reach looking like they're working with... Oh, and Bunch puts this one in the net. Just about to say, it looks like Reach might be working with low boost. It really was just that one player I was looking at, though. The other 2 were doing a little better. But that's... That a clear attempt that goes off the sidewall comes back harder than any of the Reach defenders were ready for, but Bunch was ready for it, and he puts a perfect shot on goal, puts Biglerville back on top by 1. This Biglerville team, by the way, in a slightly different format, and Vixno's not going to be making the trip, but FTVT Flame from the B team will be filling in as a sub as the Biglerville A team goes to Pittsburgh this weekend. Point Park University's invitational tournament, which they won last year, invited to come back again this year. $3,000 on the line for first place, $2,000 for second, $1,000 for third. High school Rocket League tournament, one of the elite tournaments in the state, if you ask me. Very much looking forward. We're going to be hitting the road tomorrow, going out to do a campus visit, as Vixno takes the pass out of the corner and puts Biglerville on top by 2 now with 2 minutes remaining off of the pass off the backboard by Bunch of the Hunch. So, yeah, this weekend on Saturday, check for the Point Park Twitch page. They will be streaming the event, and you will see at least a couple of these guys there, Blah and Bunch of the Hunch to be specific, and they will be joined, as I said, by Flame from the B team. Last year, they took Gorilla, which is their normal starter, so curious to see how they're going to be able to perform this year with a different roster. Vixno tips this one into the zone. It's getting cleared by Reach Cyber. Tipped up, but Blah is waiting there patiently. Manages to put it into his corner. This is where defensively, when it's in your corner, it's the safest place it can be on your half of the map. Most important thing is take your time with it, keep control, get it out of your zone. No need to panic and try to boom it, and just yield possession. As this Biglerville team is carefully and slowly working its way out of its defensive zone. Nice little back pass coming out there from Bunch to Vixno. Well read by the defense, but Blah says, never mind, I'll take over, as he gets this one off the pass from Vixno, off the ground, and just lands on it and puts it in. So hard to read as a defender. And Biglerville finds themselves on top by 3 goals with a minute left here in game number 3. If Biglerville does manage to take this one down, that will end the series. They will move to 6-0 on the season. Perfect in series, and I believe perfect in games. I don't believe they've lost a single game so far this year. Just putting on quite the dominant show as usual. This A team is now in their 3rd season together. 2 state championship titles to their name. Went undefeated in the fall, which was our first season as part of Play Versus in the PSEL. Unfortunately, got knocked out of playoffs due to some scheduling issues. Couldn't field a full team during the semifinals. Hoping to fix those issues this season. And having Vixno is going to be a big part of that, as we now have a new player this season to help us out with making sure we can field a full team each week. And the great thing about it is these guys all seem to have some good chemistry together. Doesn't seem to matter who we plug in there. They manage to find ways to click and to communicate and to score goals, as they put in another one to take this series to a close, 5-1. Excellent job. Way to go. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I did. Thanks for joining us today. As I said, tune in Saturday, Point Park University's Twitch page. And then we will be back live on Monday, 3:30, right here at our usually scheduled time. Thanks again for joining us. Go Biglerville.